Now here's a view of the San Francisco skyline with the sky towers. This view is really nice at night when it's dark in the city. Building lights light up. It's really a spectacular sight to see. Now we're going to turn left on Mission Street, just off the Embarcadero briefly, as I want to demonstrate to you the significance of merchants that have more than one entrance to their establishment. Why this is important. Okay, now we're on Stewart Street, which runs parallel to the Embarcadero, which we arrived from Mission Street. Now I'm going to show you some of the merchants that are on the Embarcadero, that they have a second entrance on Stewart Street. Now, this is Stewart Street, and one of the reasons why it's important to know whether or not a merchant has a second entrance is that sometimes the main entrance is blocked because there's, let's say, an accident, or there's a street closure because of a private event, or for whatever reason the street is not accessible to the main entrance. Because the main entrance is not accessible because the street is blocked off. So therefore, you would have to enter the establishment on the Embarcadero, which is their second street entrance. This is why it's so important that you identify all of the entrances to any establishment that you plan on visiting, whether it be a hotel or a restaurant. As I was mentioning earlier, here's Ozumo on Stewart Street. As you see, this is their second entrance on Stewart Street, but they also have one on the Embarcadero. They also have outdoor dining here on Stewart Street as well. Now, Boulevard Restaurant is one of the top restaurants in the city. They feature halibut, a T-bone, salmon, risotto, prime rib, among many others. It's on the corner of Mission Street and the Embarcadero. Ozumo Restaurant, which is right across the street along the waterfront, features creative sushi, robata, grilled items, and an extensive sake menu. They've got outdoor dining with spectacular views of the bay. Now, the other thing that's special about Ozumo, which is the case with a lot of merchants, is that they have a second entrance, which is on Stewart Street, which is on the opposite end of the building. Now, this is important because a lot of businesses you're going to be visiting or hotels you're staying at, they have more than one entrance. We got the street entrance, and as I said earlier, going back to the Beacon parking lot, they have a second entrance. So it's important that you find out in advance about where the main entrance is, and if they have any other entrances besides the main entrance. Now, Angler Restaurant, which is right next to Ozumo's, features quail, swordfish, halibut, and oysters. And they also have outdoor dining with spectacular views of the bay. Now, Gate G is the entrance to one of several ferries that disembark from the ferry terminal here along the Embarcadero over to either Tiburon, Sausalito, or Larkspur. Now, in the case of the Gate G entrance, now it's going to disembark to ferry service for Alameda and Oakland, for Harbor Bay, and the Richmond terminal, which opened up about a year or so ago, and then also Vallejo. So Vallejo is probably going to be the longest ferry ride, as it takes you over to Solano County, which is near Napa Valley. Entrance to Gate G for the Bay Ferry Terminal. Now, the Gate F Ferry Terminal also disembarks from this gate going over to Alameda, Oakland, Harbor Bay, Richmond, and Vallejo. So this is where it starts getting tricky and confusing as to terms of identifying the appropriate gate terminal to take you to your chosen destination. So again, you want to find out in advance which gate terminal is going to take you where you need to go. Entrance to Gate F, ferry terminal.